very good evening and welcome to Primetime News. I'm Sonali Vanikavadike. We start off with a look at tonight's headlines. President meets the Indian Petroleum Minister. Commission to investigate allegations of bribery or corruption files legal action against the former Secretary to the Ministry of Petroleum Industries. Barack Obama says his priority as president is to protect U.S. citizens. Well, U.S. Ambassador to Sri Lanka, Michelle J. Sisson, visited Batticaloa today. Well, in news just in, the Minister of Sports Mahindananda Alutkamage told Parliament today that legislation will be introduced shortly with regard to persons holding office at Sri Lanka Cricket and other institutions. Well, moving back to one of our top stories tonight, U.S. Ambassador to Sri Lanka, Michelle J. Sisson, visited Batticaloa today.
During her visit, the U.S. Ambassador to Sri Lanka visited the Batticaloa Teaching Hospital, the Munaikadu School and the Kalmuthenveli School. The ambassador also declared open a building at the Kalmuthenveli School.
We're here in Eastern Province, particularly in these areas that were affected by the conflict for so many years, to help the communities rebuild lives, whether it's for those who were affected through physical injury or to support the children's education, grades 1 through 11, with these new classrooms, new furniture, new teachers' quarters, so that the kids have a great shop at a great education.
President Mahinda Rajapaksa met the Indian Minister of Petroleum and Natural Resources on the sidelines of the World Energy Forum in Dubai today.
What a great to hear on this soil.
President Rajapaksa met Indian Minister of Petroleum and Natural Resources Jayapal Reddy at the Dubai International Conference and Exhibition Centre. The President's media unit noted that issues and challenges that both nations face in the energy sector were among the topics discussed. The President's media unit also states that the President had briefed the Indian Minister about the progress Sri Lanka has made in the energy sector. The President had told the Indian Minister that developing nations should turn to alternative energy as it would benefit all in the long term.
The Commission to investigate allegations of bribery or corruption has filed legal action against the former Secretary to the Ministry of Petroleum Industries, Titus Jayawardena, and another officer.
The case was filed at the Colombo Magistrates Court following investigations into the importing of substandard fuel to the country. It was revealed during investigations that in the period of May 3, 2011 to May 18, 2012, these two individuals had imported 163,287 barrels of 92-octane petrol that did not meet the criteria specified by the CPC, with the aim of causing a loss to the government. Thereby, the Bribery Commission filed action against Titus Jayawardena and the acting commercial manager of Sipetco, Gamage Mudyansalage Udita Vimalanath Doloswala. Colombo Chief Magistrate Rashmi Singapulli ordered the two officers to appear before court on the 22nd of January 2013.
Hearings on whether the Divinaguma Bill is in accordance with the Constitution concluded in the Supreme Court today. Hearings took place before a three-member bench comprising of Chief Justice Dr. Shirani Bandaranayake and Justices Nimal Gamini Amaratunga and K. Sri Pavan.
Court informed all the attorneys who argued for and against the Divinagama Bill to present written submissions to court tomorrow. Court had also stated that its determination on the bill would be notified to the Speaker of Parliament and the President within the time frame provided by the Constitution. Facts were presented in court today in relation to the petition submitted by Venerable Omal P. Sobitathera. Representing the petitioner, President's Counsel Manohara De Silva said that the bill contains a program to uplift the lives of the poor. He also stated that the bill could be passed into law with a majority in Parliament. At this point, a group of lawyers pointed out that when the bill was tabled in Parliament, some of its clauses have been drafted in a manner that was inconsistent with the Constitution. They added that as some of the clauses in the bill were in complete violation of clauses 3, 4 and 10 of the Constitution, they request court to decree the bill be passed with a two-thirds majority or through a referendum. We and the people want both the 13 plus proclaimed by the President and the Divinagama bill.
13th Amendment plus ඕන ඒ වගේ දිවිනගමත් ඕන.
හෙට උදේ අපි ලිඛිත දේශනා
We must present written submissions tomorrow morning. Afterwards, they will present their determination to the President and the Speaker. This is not a problem with the executive, but a problem regarding the power of the Supreme Court.
දූරේ සම්බන්ධයෙන් ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෙවෙයි. මේකේ ශ්‍රේෂ්ඨාධිකරණයට තියෙන
Today we are very happy. The council for the petitioners did their very best, and today we have a lot of confidence that this Divinagama bill will be concluded, and the Supreme Court, we still have confidence in the Supreme Court. We pray and hope that Supreme Court judgment will be in our favor.
Landslides were reported from several areas in the Galle district following heavy rainfall. The National Building Research Organization states that those living in mountainous areas should be wary of landslides given current climatic conditions.
Landslides were reported from Mukalana, Tawalama and Lalwala, Nellore in the Galle district. A correspondent stated that 4 houses in these areas had been damaged. Meanwhile, several low-lying areas in Galle, including Panagala, Udgama and Mathalagama, were inundated by floodwaters when the Ginganga broke its banks. As the narrow estuary of the Ginganga proved an obstacle to draining floodwaters, steps were taken to widen the estuary yesterday. Meanwhile, a house in Nagarukaramya in Galle was hit by lightning today. While the residents were not at home at the time of the incident, electrical appliances and other household equipment had been damaged by the lightning strike. The Met Department states that several areas of the island will experience rain in the coming days. The department warns that these rains could be accompanied by lightning.
That landslide, which was caused by rains last evening, buried a house and with it a small girl. As the sun rose today in Bulugahalanda, Attanagala, it shed light upon the wreckage.
Alavala in Bulugahalanda is a sparsely populated area. Last evening, with floodwaters caused by the incessant rain beginning to rise, a group of area residents began clearing the surrounding area in order to cut a path for the water to flow amidst the heavy rainfall.
මං අලර්ට් යනකම් දිගටම කෑ ගහගෙන ගියා මේ මෙහෙම ජනකලා ගියා මේ එකම ගන්න කට්ටිය උදව් කරන්න කියලා.
When the earth embankment completely buried the house in which the married couple, Janaka Sampath and Sandhya Kumudini Rajapaksa lived, their elder son was not at home. However, after hearing a loud noise above the house, Sandhya Kumudini, who rushed outside to investigate, was buried in the falling earth. The area residents were able to rescue her after digging through the earth, and she is now receiving treatment at the ICU of the Colombo National Hospital. However, the search party was unable to rescue her 2.5-year-old daughter, Avinta Divyangani. The child's lifeless body was eventually found at about 5 o'clock this morning.
Former Secretary of the National Lawyers Association, Gunaratna Vanninayaka, charges that the leader of the UNP is making arrangements to pass a proposal to extend the leadership tenure to 6 years at a party convention attended by a select group. Meanwhile, UNP General Secretary Tisatha Nayaka stated that only a select group will be allowed to participate at the UNP convention scheduled to be held on the 1st of December.
මේ සම්මේලනය සඳහා එක යෝජනාවක් සම්මත කරලා තිබුණා මේ වෙනකොට ඒක තමයි
One proposal has been passed to be presented at the party convention. This is the proposal that was passed by the working committee to amend the constitution to limit the tenure of the party leader to 6 years. This proposal has been passed and will be tabled at the party convention.
ඒ කෘත්‍යාධිකාරී මණ්ඩලය අනුමත කරපු ව්‍යවස්ථා සංශෝධන යෝජනාව. දැනට මේ යෝජනාව අනුමත කරලා තිබෙනවා. මේ යෝජනාව අපි සම්මේලනයට ඉදිරිපත් කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා.
ඉතාම පැහැදිලි දැයි.
It is very clear that through this clause he is attempting to extend his dictatorship and military rule over the UNP for another 6 years. If he is to stay for another 6 years, then the UNP will disintegrate. There will be no reason to salvage the UNP. The opposition leader is attempting to kill the amendment that was brought forward by the people and the party faithful through sweat and tears. This time around, we have a system approved by the working committee regarding the participation of representatives at the party convention. The notable factor in this system will be that the number of representatives from each electorate will be decided upon based on the progress in organization of the electorate and the success rate in implementing programs of the party. I must also especially state that when considering representatives for this convention, only the nominated representative will be able to attend.
නියෝජිත ප්‍රමාණය ලබා දීමට තීරණය කරලා තිබෙන්නේ.
පක්ෂ නායකයා බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා තමන්ගේ හෙන්චයිය කොටසකට පමණක් මේ සමුළුව සීමා කරලා.
The party leader hopes to limit participation at the convention to his henchmen and pass the 6-year extension that they have proposed. I think that this is a complete violation of the UNP constitution. Prohibitions have been imposed on certain individuals stating how many people can participate. But previous UNP conventions have been held with the participation of hundreds of people and they passed on the previous proposal. But now he is afraid that if a large number participate, then he will be harmed. Therefore, now he is trying to limit participation to his loyalists and henchmen and get this passed.
සීමා සහිත කොටසක් ගෙනලා ඔවුන්ගේ හිතවත්ව හෙන්චයියෝ ගෙනලා මේ යෝජනාව සම්මත කරා.
On a lighter note, here's a look at the cartoon of the day.